Welcome to Collecting Chaos. My name is James, and this might be an interesting video if you like older comics. Now, movie comics, or comics based on movies, have been around for a long, long time. And that's what this one is. This is a movie comic, Spartacus. This is Dell 4-color number 1139. Spartacus. Of course, I have it in my mind. You'll understand. Let's go. Today we're going to take a look at Spartacus. In particular, this is Dell 4-color comic number 1139. So when they tell you that, it's a milestone because this series reached 1,000, don't believe them. This was done a long time before. And of course it's got Kirk Douglas on the cover. This is a low-grade copy. It's got stains on it. It's loose. I'm not worried about that. That's not why I want to show it to you. As you can see, the upper staple is loose. It's got some really nasty stains on it. It needs to be cleaned. I'm not worried about any of that. We're just going to take a look at it, kind of do something of a deep dive. This was printed in, or released in November of 1960. I know this because it says 6011 there, and it's number 1139, obviously. It had a lot of famous people. I mean, look, Kirk Douglas, Gene Simmons, Peter Ustinov, Laurence Olivier, Charles Lawton, John Gavin, Tony Curtis. It had pretty much everybody in it. And we're just going to go through and look at it. I might do some work to this, probably not. I've had it a long, long time. I bought this back in the late 80s or early 90s, sometime in there. And there's a reason why I'm showing it to you today. And we'll get to that. See, now here, this needs to be fixed up a little bit, but I'm not worried about it, It's not that big a deal to me. And I'm not one of those people that says low grade's better than no grade. Low grade, it shows character. I mean, and this comic definitely has some of that. The centerfold's loose. It needs to be reattached. It is complete. At least I think it is. I don't have another one to compare it to. But none of that's important. Yeah, all of that's important, but we're not too worried about it right now. I just want to get to where I want to go. And the artwork's nice in it, which is typical of the Dell era comics like that. So why did I want to show it to you? It's mostly for this back page. Military leaders of the later Roman Republic. You see, I've been working on my list of who I think the greatest comic artists of all time are. And I left this guy out. The guy that did this back cover here. I left it out. I kept leaving him out, and I don't understand why. I mean, obviously he's really good. And he's worked on a lot of comics. He's worked for Charlton. He worked for Marvel. He did a few things for DC. Obviously he did some work for Dell, or for Western Publishing. I just can't believe I was leaving his name out. So, I guess I got to tell you the name. This Art's by John Buscema. Yeah, it's early Buscema. Pre-Marvel Buscema art. Now, I don't know who did the rest of this book. I just know about this back page. But the rest of the book looks very much like some of the stuff he would do. And he might have done the whole book. I don't know. I only know that he did that back page. So, if you happen to see a copy of Spartacus and it's not real expensive, you might want to go ahead and drop some cash on it, because it's got early John Buscema art in it, and they're not that expensive. Not really. It's good stuff. Definitely worth picking up. I love this book. I mean, I really wish I knew who the artist that did the main story was, because that's really good too. And I'll find out eventually. That's it. Short video. If you're surprised that and I haven't even come close to it yet. I've got it down to about 50 names of who I feel are the greatest comic artists of all times. One day I'll have it down to 10. You know, I'm going to have John Buscema in there somewhere. I don't know if he'll make the top 10 or not. Probably will. We know Neil Adams is going to make the top 10. We know Bernie Wrightson's going to be in the top 10, because they're too incredible not to. And those are the only two names I know for a fact are going to be in it. I was toying with the idea of having as my number one pick Bern Hogarth, but I don't think I'm going to, because while he has artwork in comics, they're reprints of the news of the newspaper strips, so I'm not going to include those, which means he won't be in there. Obviously, if he was in there, he would be number one, because he basically wrote the book on anatomy. No, he did write the book on anatomy, dynamic figure drawing, dynamic faces and hands, and anatomy, all of this stuff. So, yeah. There you go, 1960. Early John Buscema work on the very back cover. What more can I say? Back to me. There you have it. Spartacus. Who knew? Early John Buscema art on the back cover. I just wish I knew who did the rest of the art. And in case you're wondering why I don't have my glasses on, my eyes are tired. I felt like taking them off for a little bit. Yeah, I do that for a little while every day. Great comic to have. If you see it in the wild, pick it up. If it's not too expensive, it's definitely worth it. If for no other reason, the last cover. That's it. That's all I've got for you. Really short video today. And we'll see you on the next video. In the meantime, have yourself a great week. And take care. Bye.